trying to make it all make sense.
The
More
You
No
Podcast.
So something interesting about thoughts and thoughts that come to mind are that a lot of times it feels like it's almost not even a thought that you're fathoming yourself. You aren't coming up with it yourself. And more so it's being placed in your mind, or you just had some sort of light bulb turn on where it just came to you. I know this feeling quite well, and it's quite an interesting feeling because you have a thought that, while it's connected to other thoughts that are running through your mind, you aren't necessarily trying to conceive. It's not something that you're actively thinking about, and more so something that just comes to your mind. This is something that's been discussed over and over and over again for hundreds of years, whether it be Edison, Tesla, Jobs, or more. I'm not talking about this interesting nature, though, and just want to properly describe it so you have an understanding. What I want to discuss is the nature of not being able to figure something out, or not having the right idea yet, and becoming discouraged by this roadblock or lack of clarity that you have not yet come across. Like I said, and like I'm sure you felt before, certain thoughts come to mind that are just placed in your mind more so than from your analytical thought that you're participating in. With this being said, when you're going through these times where you can't figure something out, or it's not coming to mind, it doesn't mean to give up, but it does mean that you shouldn't be worrying about these things. As I've discussed in the past with the philosophy is life is happening for you, not to you. Everything happens for a reason, and as long as you have the right intent and you're putting in the necessary time and effort, everything will fall in line. So when you're going through these times where you can't figure something out, or you haven't come up with the right idea, don't give up, but don't worry. With time, however it works, that thought or idea will come to mind. And most likely it will come at the most random of times. With understanding that life is happening for you, and that your intent and effort and time put into something is really what drives a significant outcome in the long run. Don't worry about not being able to figure something out in the present moment. With this philosophy, at the present moment, it might just not be the right time for this idea to culminate. Rather than getting discouraged, wasting time, or anything along those lines, just let it be. Don't give up on the nature of the idea, and let it come to you. I can't tell you how many times this has happened in my life, and hearing this recently discussed by Aubrey and Kyle Kingsbury is something I really appreciate. With our software development and my entrepreneurial journey, things that I'm personally pursuing, such as this podcast or writing my book, along with, say, not being able to figure out a resolution in a relationship or something like that, I can become discouraged in the present moment. But what's amazing is the clarity comes at some point, and oddly, it always comes at the right time. So don't worry about not being able to figure out something in the present moment. Just keep working at it and let it come to you. I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it. Check out other episodes, leave a review, and follow us on social media at More You Know Pod. Also, please don't forget about our sweepstakes. Retweet a clip with the hashtag #TheMoreYouKnow and new podcast from our Twitter for a chance to win a signed copy of my upcoming book, The More You Know, coming this fall. Tag 2 friends in the comments on a clip on Instagram for a chance to win a brand new copy of Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Mindset or Ed Milet's Max Out. Like us or share a clip on Facebook for a chance to win a book I have read that highly inspired me, signed by me with an inspirational message. Again, thank you for listening as we propel with podcasting through the more you know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More
You
No
Podcast.